Millions of children are heading back to school. For many, it's the first time in over a year they're gathering in person, something medical experts say is much healthier for the kids than distance learning.
Being in a school, it makes me feel this feeling, this very happy feeling.
Educators worry, however, that in-person instruction will need to go virtual again due to widespread COVID-19 outbreaks. Pediatric cases continue to rise, with more than 204,000 reported last week, 300 kids a day being hospitalized. In South Carolina, Mystique Goodwin's daughter, Amari, is fighting for her life.
I'm just glad right now because they did take her out for medically induced coma. We still have a long road to go.
In an effort to minimize infections, many school districts are considering mask mandates, some getting considerable pushback from parents.
Unmask our kids!
Mask mandate arguments at school board meetings getting emotional, even physical at times.
All of this on live television.
Further illustrating the divide, a Gallup poll shows 48% of parents say all students should wear masks at school. 41% say no student should be required to do so, and 11% say masks should only be required for unvaccinated students. 9 governors have outlawed school mask mandates. 4 of them now face legal challenges. The other 5 face an education department investigation on whether outlawing those mandates discriminates against kids with compromised immune systems and other issues.
We know the spread of COVID happens when masks are not being used.
The CDC says based on recent data, school districts should require masks. But some, like the Heritage Foundation's Doug Badger, says that data is flawed, arguing the infection rate among kids in schools with mask mandates was not statistically significant compared with schools where mask use was optional. Dr. Chris Winter is one of a number of physicians who says wearing a mask at school is worth the effort.
Is it going to prevent every bit of community spread of a Delta variant? Of course it's not. Nothing that we know of can. Can it slow or hinder the progress of something of that nature? And I think the data is absolutely there. It's not debatable, really. I mean, masks work.
Proponents say masks may be the difference between in-person learning and shutting the schools, something no one wants. Andrew?
If you could you articulate some of the reasons parents are concerned about masks, and do they have any options?
Well, see, what you hear for parents is, first of all parents agree masks are awful. No parent wants a child to wear a mask. Everyone agrees they're uncomfortable. It's really hard to see little children having to stay masked for many hours a day. Also, most parents agree that in-person learning is critical. We need to get the kids in school together, in classrooms, in front of the teacher, rather than what we had last year where kids were at home on computers, separated from each other, and many students didn't even learn very much at all last year. So those are the things parents agree on. What the parents disagree on is the level of risk to the children if they wear masks and if they don't wear masks. And so parents who are not in favor of mask mandates say the risk to the kids is not that great. They're probably not going to get sick. And if they do get sick, they're probably not going to get very sick. And there's not going to be widespread outbreaks that shut the schools down. The parents who do believe in mask mandates are afraid that many of the kids will get sick, that there will be widespread outbreaks that will shut the schools down and force the kids back into distance learning, and may even have really catastrophic effects as far as hospitalizations to the kids or perhaps relatives of the children at home. Kids might get sick and bring it home to very vulnerable populations there. And so that's really the main dividing points, Andrew.
Well, Lorie, even if a state or school district does not have a mask mandate, parents can still require their own kids to wear one at school. How might that play out in the real world, though, if your child gets to school and half of the kids are wearing masks and half are not?
That's a great question, Ashley. So really what we're talking about with these mask mandates is it's mandating all children to wear masks or making masks optional. So if parents want their child to be masked, they're certainly free to send their child to school with a mask and instruct their child to wear it all day. But you're right. How is that actually going to work out in the real world? Think about, a classroom full of children and some have their masks on and some don't. How is that going to be for the kids who are forced to wear their masks, especially if they're young? Who's going to make sure they keep it on? Is that going to be the teacher's responsibility, or are the children just supposed to do the best they can? And if you're talking about little kids, how's that going to work if they see their neighbor not wearing a mask? And I think most of us who have had children know that that's probably not going to work out very well. You can see that the children might go ahead and just take that mask off if they see their neighbor is not wearing it.
Lorie, when the pandemic first started, it certainly seemed children were unlikely to get COVID. The Delta variant seems to have changed that. What can you tell us about young kids and the COVID risk right now as it stands?
That's right. And so the Delta variant changed everything. We know that that's true with adults, and we're definitely seeing that with the children. Last week, there were 200,000, actually more than 200,000 COVID cases in kids, and those were the only ones that are detected. We see a lot of children being hospitalized. Some ICUs at children's hospitals are full of COVID patients. So yes, this is something that we're seeing, that kids are really getting a lot of COVID cases. And like you said, last year we weren't seeing a lot of transmission among children. So yeah, the Delta variant changed everything, and some of the data that people are looking at as far as, not being very dangerous for children is data that was taken back before Delta was upon us. So yeah, Delta has changed everything for kids and adults alike.
All right, Lorie, appreciate you joining us. Thanks so much.
Thanks for having me.
And of course, for more reporting from Lorie and the CBN News team, just go download the CBN News Channel app.
Hello, I'm Gordon Robertson. Thanks for watching the video. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more encouraging videos like this one. Welcome to the 700 Club Interactive family, and God bless you.